I think it would be extremely smart of Chanel to make Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen the designers of Chanel. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. I wanted to talk about the spicy topic of the Row and Chanel, and yes, I was totally inspired by Super Jacob's video. If you haven't watched his video already, please click on my description. I've linked it below. Watch his video before my video, because honestly, Super Jacob, as much as he has a lot of fans, he is super underrated. He deserves more love and more subscribers, to be honest. I've been watching him for years. He's a good person to go to for fashion intel. So what am I trying to say, guys? Like, subscribe to his channel. And anyways, so the Row has been one of the hottest brands this year, right? Like, everyone's been talking about the Margot bag, how it's the new Birkin, people getting into like the quiet luxury aesthetic. And you know, strangely enough, I think with the Row, they haven't had like a lot of, well, I don't think that with mainstream, they've had a lot of viral products. I think with people who follow the Row, they have this cult following. But when I go on their website, I feel like it's mainly just the Margot that went absolutely viral. I look at all their clothes, like their trench coats, their knitwear, all gorgeous. I love the pants. I love all that like kind of cashmere coat, even the scarves, and like everything is gorgeous, to be honest. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like clothes from the Row are so easy to wear. They look comfortable, they look elegant, and they were just things that would not date. So I honestly, as much as I don't seem like somebody, maybe, I don't know if I do, but someone who would wear like such quiet luxury fashion, I can see people like the appeal of this. Like, it's very easy to style, no brainer, look chic, look timeless. And I get it. But, you know, I think the thing that a lot of people don't love is that maybe you wouldn't really want to spend 1,100 USD on a white cotton shirt, right? I don't think many people would really love that. But I do think that that's what sets them apart, in that they're situated in they have a market where very affluent people would buy from them. And these affluent people aren't affected by, you know, the current economy, and like, you know, people are not shopping anymore because they can't afford it. These very wealthy people would go to the Row because they wouldn't necessarily go to Uniqlo maybe for a white cotton shirt. They go to the Row because it's just that much better. Yes, it's like a lot more expensive, but because money is no object, they go to the Row. So their clientele is extremely rich. And that's what is also very alluring about the brand, because it's really for the true wealthy person, which I think is why a lot of people have been going to this kind of vibe, because they feel like a lot of people have been like saying Gucci and Louis Vuitton are for poor people, which is ridiculous. But it's like, when you're at a level of wealth where to buy a t-shirt, you're going to spend $1,000. I feel like that's like what the Row is. Although it's gorgeous, although I feel like I would wear a lot of this stuff, I'd mix and match it. I'd probably make it a bit more like whimsical, like add a cat necklace to it or something, or pink bow hair tie or whatever. I'd like jazz it up a little bit. Sometimes I find it a little bit dull, but it's beautiful, right? Like, I love the Row. Anyways, what am I talking about? Apparently, Chanel's Wertheimer family, via their investment vehicle Moose Partners and L'Oreal Francois Beton Mayors, via the family Tenthys Fund, have invested into the Row at a valuation of around $1 billion. Okay, so they're investing into the Row. They believe in the Row. They have confidence in the Row. And it's very interesting that, I guess, the Wertheimer brothers, who own Chanel, kind of having a partnership with the Row now, right? They're kind of like, you know, they're investing into their brand. They're wanting it to get bigger and better. And it seems to me like, you know, it's weird, because at first I thought the Row Margot bag, for example, as much as it's been like an it bag this year, I never thought it could be like an iconic bag like the Birkin or the Chanel Classic Flap or something like that. But now that it seems like the Row is like, because it was established in 2006, so it's still a fairly new designer brand. It seems like the Row, like, if they kept going for like 30, 40 years, it could very well may be an iconic bag brand, right? And the Margot could be like as good as a Birkin. And especially because Chanel have now invested into it, it does show confidence into the brand. So what sets the Row apart from other brands? Well, Mary-Kate and Ashley are celebrities, but it's a celebrity-owned brand that has kind of really stood the test of time and gone into has cultivated a cult following that is not necessarily, big fans of I'm sure they like Mary-Kate and Ashley, but they're fans of the aesthetic and the clothing. And its exclusive positioning and rigorous approach to design, Hermes women's wear creative director Nada Guy Van Heer Sabulski and Queera founder Veronica Leone have both previously worked on its collections. I'm just reading this from Business of Fashion. So it's not only Mary-Kate and Ashley that design things from the row or collections from the row. They've said in this article that the Hermes women's wear creative director and founder of Veronica Leone, which I've not heard of that brand, have worked on their collections as well. So there is a big team that work, on the vision of the row. And it's interesting that, they're mentioning that someone from Hermes has worked there, because I do see that in their aesthetic, definitely with their bags. I made a video maybe like a year or two ago about bags from the row that look like Hermes bags, and I definitely see where they're drawing inspiration from in terms of bags. In terms of ready-to-wear, Hermes ready-to-wear is a subject I haven't really vigorously studied yet. I do love looking at Vogue Runway and all that, but I just mainly focus on the bags. So, perhaps as well, yeah, there's a bit of that as well. But the thing that Super Jacob said was very interesting, and I want to discuss it now. Now that, Chanel have kind of partnered with the row, they've invested into their brand, Chanel still doesn't have a designer, right? They still don't have a designer. Ever since Virginie Viard left, who is going to be the new creative director? There's a lot of rumors. It could be John Galliano. He's left Maison Margiela. Maybe it's going to be him, but I just feel like maybe not. I don't know. A lot of people saying it's going to be him, but then a lot of people are saying he's going to Fendi. Then there was a bit of rumors that it could be Jacquemus, which I think would be kind of silly. I really don't like the La Chiquito bag as much as that was a hot bag of 2018 or wherever. And yeah, I don't know who it could be. I even made a video speculating who it could be. Marc Jacobs. We don't know. But I think it would be extremely smart of Chanel to make Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen the designers of Chanel, the creative directors of Chanel. And as much as you guys think that is an insane idea, think about it, guys. They have star power, just like Pharrell at Louis Vuitton. They have star power. The row is the hottest up-and-coming brand, at the moment. They're two women. They've got timeless style. The ideas that would bring to Chanel could really freshen up the brand in a way. A lot of people may think that it might be quite boring, but I don't know. And the fact that they really need someone like that to be the designer. They do need a star, I think, in a way. A lot of people were kind of thinking, I think with Virginie, I don't think there was really anything wrong with Virginie. I think sometimes her collections to me were a little bit not as exciting, maybe as Carl's, but she was hired internally and she wasn't a celebrity. And I think that, maybe if Chanel wanted to nurture their own staff, they would hire someone from within who is perhaps not a celebrity, but I just don't know if that would actually happen. And I just think that, wish people not buying Chanel anymore because of the quality and just the reputation it has with the design. A lot of people are bored of it as well. I'm kind of bored with Chanel lately. I don't know about you guys. It just seems very repetitive. I think Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen could bring something very different. And not only would they bring their audience from the road to Chanel, it would also, if Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen agreed to be creative directors of Chanel, it would also elevate their own brand, the row. Then it would give so much more credibility to the row as well, because Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen are also the designers of Chanel. It's kind of like how J.W. Anderson is the designer of Loewe, which gives his own brand, J.W. Anderson, so much more credibility. And you guys are probably thinking how can they design so much at once? Well, it just seems to happen, guys. Even Karl Lagerfeld, he was also the designer of Fendi at the time, and probably his own Karl Lagerfeld brand. And at the end of the day, they might come up with a few ideas. I mean, they probably do come up with a lot of ideas, but they have a whole team working with them, collaborating. And it's always been about a whole team working together to create these collections anyway. It's just them being the face, to the consumer, it gives them, I guess, more of a vision of what they're trying to put out there, right? And I feel like Mary-Kate and Ashley, it is a genius fit for Chanel. It is like a genius fit. Like, honestly, the Wertheimer brothers are very smart for that, I would say, if that's gonna happen. But what do you think, guys? And if Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen became the creative directors of Chanel, would that make you want to buy Chanel? Or would that put you off Chanel? Would that make you want to buy the Row? Because you feel like, oh wow, like the Row is like it's kind of like similar thing now. Because like, as I said before, it's like buying a Loewe puzzle bag or buying a JW Anderson bag. You kind of feel like, oh, like this is a cheaper option maybe. Although the Row is not really a cheaper option to Chanel. It's still very, very expensive. But I think as well, if Mary-Kate and Ashley was appointed creative director of Chanel, it would give the Row Margot bag so much more prestige as well. It would give all their designs so much more prestige. So it would be very interesting to see what happens here. And guys, let me know what you think as well. We still don't know who the next designer is, but it's fun to ponder and speculate. So thanks to Super Daker for thinking of this idea, because I think it's like genius. But anyways, thanks for watching to you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!